YouTube? Okay. Hi, YouTube. Hello, 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 hello. YouTube, we're live. Twitch, we are live. We're all here. What the heck? We're here. It's gonna be so much fun. Hi, YouTube. Hello, hello. I can hear myself. Why? Why? YouTube, we're live. Ooh. We are live. Ew. Okay, I can hear myself. My voice is shaky. Guys, I'm sorry, my voice is shaky. What the heck? I think I'm just tired, but welcome in, everybody. Okay. So, I have been taking streaming more seriously, and one of the ideas that I have is to drop some zines in different locations in the mall. So all the fast fashion stores are gonna have a beautiful zine put in their clothing. It's a whole live stream idea. So this is the prep towards that IRL stream that's coming at the end of May. Hello, Marissa. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to see you on Twitch. But yeah, I'm finally making the zine idea. We talked about it the other day. Dude, yesterday I was having such a lovely stream, right? If you watched yesterday's stream, thank you so much for jumping in, even if it was for 5 seconds. But my entire PC crashed, and then when I turned on my computer today, Firefox was like, we sent the report that your PC crashed. Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me know about the obvious. But Marissa says, sending all the good computer vibes today. Thank you. I think I'm gonna be live for maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Guys, I'm so delirious. And I can't begin to tell you, like, what happened at work. Just mentioning work again makes me want to, like, vomit. Work. No, I don't like that word, work. But, yes, if anyone is or not, or isn't aware, if you're aware or not aware, maybe of yourself, maybe of others, but of my life, I am a barista, and it is my first time being a barista. I didn't know anything about coffee until I got this job. So like 3 weeks ago, I was drinking McDonald's coffee. I was drinking Dunkin' coffee, and I would just get the same thing again and again and again. So I'm not a fan of specialty drinks. I'm not a fan of going and paying $9 for a really small thing. And I have no taste buds, really. Like, I don't really like to eat. I don't like to taste. I don't like really anything related to food or drinks. A lot of people hate me for this, but I'm not a foodie. I wish I was, but like, I just want to be done with the food as soon as possible. So being in this job is like a very different world for me, and it's very much physical. Did I freeze? Am I back? Oh my god, no. Tell me I'm back. Marissa, are you trolling me? No. I'm back. I'm here. Twitch, YouTube is fine. Oh shit, I almost dropped my laptop. Is Twitch not working? Twitch is working. I think that's a you problem. Marissa, I think that's a you problem. I think that's you. But I'm fine on my end. Sorry I'm freezing up on you. Just reload. Here, let me type in the chat. Reload your screen. Like that. Okay. But yeah. It's all very new to me, and it's very hands-on and very proactive. A lot of like verbalizing, a lot of teamwork. And so I'm not used to it. And I'm very introverted and like socially awkward. So like it is very difficult to manage. I just came back. I had a full day. It was like my longest day ever there. I was there from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Technically should have left at 4 p.m. But I was taking forever to clean up. So we left at like 4:30. Tomorrow I go back in the morning from like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm going to be making sandwiches. Thank God. And then Friday I'm making sandwiches. Thank God. I'm not even Catholic. I don't even know why. Well, I was raised Catholic. But I don't practice. But I do have some of the faith left in me. I shall not use God's name in vain. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, dude, it's just so difficult to be on your feet. And then I spilled coffee all over myself. And then one of the bags was leaking, so you could just see a trail of coffee in the building. And I had to go mop it. And then I had to clean bathrooms. And then I had to prep sandwiches. It was just a lot. But I'm not complaining because I'm getting a check. I am complaining, but I'm not complaining at the same time. I am grateful. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm grateful for the job. It's just, it's incredibly draining, but I'm going to take it as a stepping stone towards my goals. And I have always said that the barista job or whatever job I get in the future or have in the future, that is just funding streaming. It's just funding YouTube. So like, that's technically not my real job. My real job is to talk about the zine thing that I'm doing today. I have found some resources. I am kind of prepared. So I didn't know there was layouts for zines. I'm completely new to this topic. For you to realize I have no clue what to do is honesty. I am honest. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fun. It's a fun project, and I think it's going to be super fruitful. So my goal essentially is to provide a resource I can drop into jackets and pants and clothing found in fast fashion brands in the mall. So that is going to be a future stream. Me placing what I make today into clothing so that when fast fashion consumers put their hands in the jacket or they're trying on the pants, they find the zine. And that way, maybe we can hopefully bring people closer to awareness. What the fuck? Become more aware of the issues in the fashion industry. It is grassroots activism, aka marketing, aka a live stream. Here, I'll show you an example of what I was inspired by. And we're going to base our work heavily off of the one that I saw on social media. But we're not going to copy it because we're not plagiarizing today. I'm not showing you what I'm pulling up right now because I don't want to leak my messages. So just hold for a second. It's somewhere over here. I shared it on my Instagram messages. Marissa, you're back. I think Marissa's struggling with her internet. She's a chatter. I wonder what's happening with her internet. Sad. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Dude, I share so much stuff with myself. It's kind of crazy. I'm my own spammer. There's always so much happening. So I just like send everything to myself as a Facebook message or like an Instagram message. I'm still scrolling through all this. Okay, here it is. Okay, let me pull that up so I can share with you guys. So I'm going to be referencing Liberal Jane's work. Very cool artist. And I still managed to have my messages up. Okay. Well, I leaked my own messages to myself, so it's not that serious. Okay, so this is what I'm referencing. Seams of Resistance. Pocket Guide to Resisting Fast Fashion. So I could take the easy route and copy this. But do I want to copy and plagiarize? No, I don't want to copy and plagiarize. I could ask her if I could just like download it and use it for a stream. That is our last resort. But I do not want to use a Liberal Jane's work without permission. So right now we're just inspired by her work. And I really like how she laid everything out. Very aesthetic, very straightforward, to the point. Fast fashion seems to be everywhere. Resisting mass consumption and exploitative labor seems harder than ever. Understanding your consumption and shopping patterns can help you identify opportunities to cut back. Resistance is a collective effort, and change doesn't happen overnight. It's hard. The tips in this guide are simply a starting point and not meant to shame. So I like this. I like the welcoming vibe. I like how it's like, guys, there's a problem, but you can be part of the collective effort. But it's general. It's very general. But then it gets into specifics. So it says questions to ask yourself before buying something. So do I need this? Will I use it for how will I use it for? How often? Do I own anything similar? What is this item made of? Where will I store it? Can I borrow something similar from a loved one? Do I have to buy this one? No. So the thing is about this, it's very general, so I kind of want mine to be more specific, especially because I know the consumer is going to be in the mall. They're already thinking about this item, and they have no clue this is coming to them. And I don't want to get the brand in trouble, even though I hate fast fashion, and I don't want to get myself in trouble. But I'm gonna be an anonymous gifter. I'm gonna anonymously put this in clothing. Okay? Call me evil. Call me a menace. Call me a jack of all trades for doing this. I will do the impossible to bring people more aware of what's going on in the industry. Because you would assume like everyone is aware of the social issues of being an intentional consumer, of like thinking this way, but like I've been in this field for so long. So like if I was completely new to the issues and to the world of fashion in a more intentional way, like these questions I feel like would be a lot for the general consumer that is just like shopping mindlessly. So like if someone presented me the question, do I need this? And I read this packet from a random pair of jeans, I'd be like, what the fuck? So I have to remember my bias and my comfortability in the space, in the way that I'm gonna frame this zine. So like, do I need this? Sounds like a very simple question to me, but like for someone else that's completely new to this and is just finding this randomly in some pants, to be questioned is like, what the hell? What do you mean, do I need this? Like, I'm shopping. How will I use it? Or what will I use it for? That's another question. So like, I want it to be inviting, but also like urging people to like make a better choice. Honestly, I feel like the angle that I'm leaning towards is for them to not buy it. Like, I want to convince them to not get the thing that they're trying on. Is that so evil? Like, I feel like I want to be understanding of their limits and their journey, but like at the same time, I don't want them to buy what they're trying on. I don't want them to take it home. So yeah, but I still want to be positive, have some good takeaways for them. Thrifting 101. So she then goes on to explain thrifting, how thrifting is part of a circular economy. I think this is like something that is solution based, but there is a use for it in a general zine that's telling someone not to buy that item that they're going to buy. But do we really need these graphics? I feel like these concepts are pretty simple, linear, recycled, circular, but it's also very vague. So I wouldn't take away a lot from just this section if I was a new reader. So I have to be very like intentional what people are going to take away in seconds, because most likely they're just going to flip through it in a couple seconds and then be like, what the freak, and toss it aside. So I don't assume they're going to read. They're just going to look at the main idea, the pictures, and then like throw it and hopefully not buy the item that they have in their hands. Or they'll keep it, but I'm assuming that they're not going to keep it. And that's okay. It's fine. I'll just keep going to different stores and keep doing these streams. In-person thrifting. She's a huge proponent of thrifting, which I am as well. Buy nothing groups and clothing swaps is a solution. Community, charity shops, rummage sales, and even estate and yard sales. Big thrift like Goodwill, Salvation Army, or Savers, consignment stores. And then online thrifting. I kind of like this. It's a lot of words. Do you think someone would read this in a fitting room? I don't think so. It's a lot of words. I skimmed a lot. So I think just like highlighting words or bolding words can be very helpful. DIY and upcycling is another pro tip. It's just I'm assuming that the people trying this stuff on don't really want to DIY or upcycle, but I can promote it. Here's some ideas. I like this. DIY this. DIY or paint the pocket, mend the hole, and then some more resources. So this is a really good one. It's a general one. I mean, I could ask her if I could use it, but it's not based in the context that I'm going to be using it for. But the strongest thing that I will need is an opening graphic. So that is like what I'm working on. That is what I'm working on. I feel very intimidated because look at the template. This is official. What is going to get people's attention in the first freaking thing? In the first opening graphic? And I don't want to use AI. So I'm going to have to use maybe a pre-existing image or drawing. What would be impactful? Because I'm gonna be printing this out hopefully in color so people can actually like read it. Because if it's a black and white zine, I think it's just gonna be boring. You know, something that came to mind right now that I was talking about this is the Atacama Desert and their textile waste. Let me look at it. Okay, let's see. If I go to images, this is kind of like what came to mind. I like this, fast fashion's graveyard. I feel like that would get people's attention. Let's say you pull something out from pants, from a pair of pants, and then you see this. I think this is a very interesting photo. So what about this? Should I start a document with everything? Wait, I think I should. What is happening? Alright. I'm gonna start a document. What happened to Marissa? Hello? Guys? What up? I'm gonna pull up a Google Docs. I am very low energy today, guys. I am so sorry. Ooh. Google Docs, where are you? Where is it? Documents. Okay, got it. I don't think I'm gonna leak anything if I show the document. Oh, it's loading. You can't see it. I'm not sharing my screen. Let's see. Hello, Google Docs. It's loading. It's just not doing anything. Oh my god, if my stream dies again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, here we go. Amazing. We have the document. How do I actually make this horizontal? Edit, insert format, horizontal, page orientation, landscape, whole document. Oh my god, we're doing something. Wait, how do I know that it's horizontal? Okay. It didn't change anything. What? Do I just assume that it's horizontal now? No, I didn't do anything. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is exhilarating content. Whole document, landscape, come on. It's not doing anything. What? Do I have to refresh? No. I'm assuming this is it. Alright. Okay, guys, something that I wanted to talk about as I format this, because I'm going to make it laid out like this. So I'm going to have 16 boxes. Alright, 16 boxes. So while I do that, something so interesting happened today. So if you are not aware, I clip for someone that's a streamer, and you would never assume that I clip for this person. You would never in a million years think I'm affiliated with this person, but I watch them because they're so funny, and they're like the cameraman of Maya, who runs the sanctuary in Texas. So that's how I found him, and he's really funny. It's just I clipped him once because he was having a competition where if he won the competition, you'd make money. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I didn't think that I was gonna win. And then I ended up being the only one that had a decent entry. But in the description of my entry, it was like, you don't have to pay me because this is for fun. And then after that, he never opened up the competition again. And that was like months ago. But I kept clipping him because I was like, oh, might as well do it because maybe he's going to open up the competition soon. And it was just a joke for me. Like, I was just like, oh, if he opens up the competition again, I will win. Maybe. But I was the only one doing, like, decent content. And I was kind of, like, pissed. I missed the first entry because my dumb ass was like, yeah, this is for fun. Which it is. It still is for fun. It's just, I could have had, what was it, $100 in my bank account, and I said no to it. So I was kind of bothered about it. And I wanted to redeem myself, but he never opened up the freaking thing again. But I kept clipping him. And one of the clips that I uploaded 2 days ago now has 100,000 views. Has like 4,000 comments. Has so many saves. So many people are commenting on it. And I don't even think he's ever watched any of my clips except for one. But that's when he didn't know that it was me running the clips. But he's a small streamer. So I have found it interesting. He has never watched publicly my clips. So I'm like, should I just retire? At this point, should I just retire? Because I feel dumb. He's like younger than me too. So I'm like, I don't know if this is weird for him. Maybe I should stop. But I'm good at it. But he hasn't run the competition. So I'm like, what is happening? I just find him funny. And Maya, his boss, is always having so much fun with him. And me and Maya have like really similar personalities. So I'm like, it's not that weird. And she's around my same age. But she's his boss, you know? But I'm not that much older. It's just, I don't know if it's weird to clip someone that's younger than you. But I may stop. Because I've never been like a clipper before, and I just feel weird because no one else is doing it. No one else is clipping. But I do a very good job. I'm like, oh, if I clip my streams, would I get 100k views? If I mentioned Hassan Piker, maybe. But I don't like the Hassan Piker crowd. They're very intense people. I need some wholesome people. Okay, this is the general layout. Okay, this is really, really rough. But I'm gonna lay out my ideas. I'm just gonna lay out my ideas, formulate some thoughts, and then go from there. And we're gonna continue in the future. Guys, I'm so freaking mind numb. I'm mind numb. Having a full-time job, essentially, and then streaming is essentially like asking your body to work like 12 hours every day. Because in the morning, I woke up at like 6. I prepped this stream, and then I got ready for work. I ate breakfast, and I went to work from 10 to 4:30, I mean. And then I came home, I ate my dinner, I turned on my PC, did my setup, and I went live at 6. So I've only had 30 minutes of downtime all day, and then I wanted to stream until 8. So if you think about it, like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., that's a lot of hours. That's like 9 hours without a break of work, basically. But it's fine. I love streaming, so I'm happy to be here. Thank you for jumping on. So I'm just gonna ideate. I'm just gonna ideate for now. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'm super down to hear any ideas. This is like for fun. Guys, the entire basis of I don't think you guys understand. The entire basis of this stream is for me to go be a menace in stores. This is coming off very wholesome, very planned, very curated, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be doing something which I think is illegal. Is it illegal to put stuff in clothing? Is it illegal to do this? Putting zines in clothing? Someone look that up. I do not want to get arrested, but who's gonna find out? If you guys snitch, I swear to God, do not snitch on me. Do not snitch. I'm gonna be on the stream, right? The walking around the mall, going into the fitting rooms and just sticking this thing in here. Sticking this thing in here. And I want them small. I want them really small. So like, I'm not gonna make like a booklet. I'm gonna make something that looks like, here, I have other examples. Like this. Like this, just little thingies we put in the pockets in the jackets. Do you see the vision? I think you're seeing the vision. You just maybe think I'm kooky for doing this, but this is how we create class consciousness. Imagine a 16-year-old. She's trying on her Levi's, then she finds this amazing thing that tells her about the horrors of fashion by like being traumatized about the Atacama Desert. You understand? Like sometimes unconventional paths take you to greatness, or to trauma, or to new decision making. Right? Who's with me? I think it's a good idea, and it would be a fun stream. I bet you guys would tune in. What is this cuckoo girl doing? Going to the mall, trying stuff on, quote unquote trying stuff on. But I'm actually dropping things into the clothing. Fun times. Fun times. Anyways, okay. Alright. Where were we? So, Google Docs. I kind of wish I had my Canva subscription again. I wish I had my Canva subscription. I ended the Canva Pro one, and they had a zine layout. Maybe we'll recruit it once this gets serious. So page 1, I think the front cover will be this. Right? Alright, we've established that. Is this powerful enough, though? The girl seems tired. There's a mom. They're sorting through clothing. It's just, I don't think there's context to this unless there's a title like this. What would resonate with a US consumer that is spending their time in a mall trying things on? Would this resonate? Sometimes when people are strangers, or they're strangers just in general around them, they can be apathetic because of individualism. So like, would they care about a child in a desert surrounded by clothing? I mean, it's eye-catching, definitely, but would an American care about this? They maybe would be curious about the girl. But let me see, what other things we could look at? Other things that we could look at that would capture an American consumer's attention in a matter of seconds when this thing falls out from their jeans or jacket or whatever that has a pocket. Let's look up fast fashion images. Maybe this? This kind of resonates. This looks like an American consumer surrounded by trash. They can be like, oh, what's going on? Oh, I'm like blocking it. Here, let me make myself smaller. This can work, no? This can work. What else? There's so many images. Let's see. Can you guys hear the music? It seems very peaceful here. But believe me, we're up to no good. They call me the sweet activist. Dude, no one ever assumed I was the activist in the group. I was at work today, and the guy was trying to convince me that I was cool. The guy that was training me as a barista, he was like, yeah, you're pretty cool. From what I've heard from you, you seem cool. I was like, bruh. I look like a normie. I'm indeed. Okay, what is this? Interesting. Kind of thought-provoking. What would get someone's attention? Oh, what about the cow? Guys, I'm blocking all the freaking images. Why is it pulling up like this? Can I pull it up big screen? Like this? What about the cow? Would the cow work? American consumer trying on jackets. Would they stop to look at a cow on top of clothing? Cows are kind of nasty looking. Oh shit, no, no leaks. What is this? No, I don't like the cow. What about this? Something that says like fast fashion? What is good? What is good? What is good? What about an illustration? Oh, look at this. Okay, I'm blocking it. Give me a second. Let me get the freak out of the way. Should we do a mood board of pictures? Look at that. Would that work? Guys, can you tell that I'm neurodivergent because I have the most niche interests? Who the fuck does this in their free time? I'm so fucking niche. Okay, I like this. We're locking in. I think I like this one. Copy image. I think I'm gonna include it in this little section as well, just to keep everything in the same place. We're eye dating, and then where was the tab? Okay, the tab is over here. Also, everybody on YouTube, hello. What the heck? You guys are tuning in. This is most likely your first stream of mine. We're gonna be menaces today by eye dating and how to make a zine that we're gonna drop into people's stuff, so that when they're trying things on in the fitting room, in the stores in the mall, they're gonna awaken to the horrors of fast fashion. And maybe that is the primer, aka the beginning of their journey against fast fashion. It is essentially cutesy activism. Who's with me? But no, let's not call it activism because that's scary, and activists are like scary people. Let's call it creative DIY project that we just softly drop into items that should have never been made because they were made out of the sweat, blood, and tears of exploited garment workers based in the global south, that was fueled by late stage capitalism and fueled by the 1% who's with me. Alright, so what image would resonate at the top of the zine? Should we look up illustrations? I don't want to steal anyone's work, though. I don't want to steal anyone's work. I could credit them. Oh, okay, there's interesting ones. Oh, not the AI. Can I do minus AI for images? Because I do that all the time for my Google searches. Minus AI. And that way you avoid the AI thing. Okay, that didn't seem to work. Oh, this one seems to resonate because it's kind of like where they're going to be at when they find out about the zine. 60% cotton, 20% blood, 20% blood. 60% cotton, 20% sweat, 20% blood. Made in Bangladesh. Wait, this one's kind of good too. It's a mirror to them. This is what they're experiencing as they look at the zine. So maybe they see themselves by looking at the thing as this girl looks at the clothing, just like they're looking at the clothing. But I don't really like how this is general. They may pause at the sweat blood part of it and be like, what the heck is this? You know? It can be familiar but off-putting at the same time. Alright, I like this. I kind of like this. We're playing with it. We're playing with it. Oh, what if we make it like cartoonish? So that it's more visuals than actual words. Because too many words, bro, people are not going to read. We're on TikTok for a reason, okay? I'm brain rotted. You're most likely brain rotted if you're watching this stream and listening to me. But you're also hella woke. Which I appreciate. But we do not really read. That is for surezies. We don't really read articles most of the time. See, I skipped this freaking article. I'm just looking for the pictures. I don't care. Fashion brand stuff, I don't care. I'm trying to get to the pictures. Where's the pictures at? Okay. What if it's just a zine full of pictures? No words, just pictures. That would be too much pictures. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Worker power. I have the bias of having done like unions and fought for labor rights, so this one is a personal to me. Okay, so I'm all about people and planets. So I think this one goes well with me and my personal like ethos. And honestly, at the end of the day, like we need to address sweatshops. So we need to address like the conditions that they're under and like the harm and violence they go through to have a job. And it's really just horrendous what they have to suffer. So if we can illuminate the struggles of women garment workers, I feel like that would be a win. Because I feel like most of the consumers that will touch the zine will be women. So hopefully they're like kind of like feminist leaning. So we can kind of go the feminist angle as well. So I think maybe that would come a bit later in the zine, page 4. We can say like garment worker rights. We can talk about like the sweatshops. And if anyone is interested in helping with any of this, like I'm so down. I'm just winging it. Look, it's a Google Doc. It's a Google Doc. Does it look like I'm a professional? So please, if you want to help or have any ideas, I am so freaking down. I'm so freaking down. Sweatshop conditions. They may not be aware of that. I can even talk about the brands that are complicit. And I can actually go to the brands that are connected to sweatshops explicitly and like tell them like a case where they're known to cause harm. So that can be the next one. Case study example. Direct harm. And then the impact, the negative impact it has. Because it's not positive impacts, most likely. Negative impact. So that way the consumer feels the repercussions or understands the repercussion. Consumer understands repercussion. How do you spell repercussion? Repercussion. I can't even say it. Repercussion of buying from the brand. Oh my god, I do not want to get arrested. No, I'm just gonna go and shop and I'm gonna be in the fitting room. That's it. No one is gonna know, okay? No one is gonna know until someone reports me. So if you're a snitch, get out of here. And buying from this brand. I've warned you guys twice. I'm low-key kind of worried I'm gonna get in trouble. It's fine. If you don't tell on me, no one's gonna know. Okay? Alright. We've established trust. Alright. What other images? Oh, the illustration is by Emma Pierre. I think I need to get permission from them, so I'm gonna note down the illustrations and then reach out to them. If they don't want me to be using their stuff, I will not use it. Okay. Alright. Do they have any other images here? No. Alright, what other things would we show that's eye-catching? Trash fashion. This is kind of interesting. Where the fuck did Marissa go? They said you froze and then left. Girl, do not leave me hanging like this. Trash fashion. Okay. This can be interesting because it illuminates like the negative impact of consuming too much. So that can be one later on. I don't fully understand the layout either. So why is there page 10? Did I mistype? Holy. Did I? No, I didn't mistype. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did. Page. Why does this say page 6 and then page 10, but page 10 is here? Yeah, I did mistype. Ha 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 ha. So it's supposed to be 15. No. Did I mess up? Why is 10 here? 7? What goes next to 7? 6. Wow. Wow. You can really tell I'm up there in the IQ levels. Alright. So, wait, why is page 6 down here then? Page 6 and then 5. And then 6 again? That must be a 9. Oh, that's a 9. Duh. Neurodivergent. Queen over here. Y'all don't know what a neurodivergent brain looks like? Well, you just saw it. Okay. I hate numbers. So I think the trash thing... should that come before or after general information? maybe towards the end. I'm gonna go with like 10. I think this is a good placeholder. Talk about trash waste. Does this feel like a meeting? This is not a freaking meeting. We're doing something together. And this is not a meeting. Trash waste. And then what, landfill stuff? Landfill impact. Landfill impact. What else? We can talk about the Atacama Desert. What else? Oh, they be setting the clothing on fire. Hopefully they're like, fuck, what is that? What is that? Like, oh, I can't be supportive of this brand now because they did be setting clothing on fire, right? Hopefully their morals kick in when they see that things are being burned. Okay, let's see. What else? What else? What shall we do to make them care about our calls? Let's see. Deviousness. I actually love this artistic style. End child labor. Okay. I love this sort of art piece. Wait, I want to use this. Wait. Freak. We didn't get the source of the image for this. We have to go back. We'll be back. Where was it? It was here. Blueprint? Can I actually buy it? Drawing by Kevin Clyde Tate. Alright. The graphics director, October 4, 2019. Alright, hopefully we can track these people down. Alright. How is everybody doing this beautiful... What day are we on? Wednesday. You know, if you've never been part of organizing spaces or never been part of activism, this is like the bulk of it. You're just kind of ideating and theorizing and coming up with creative ideas. And sometimes the most radical change or radical ideas comes from just sitting with yourself and being like, what can work? What can change the needle? What can motivate people to take action? There is no linear path to this. There's no linear answer. No one is going to tell you how to do this. I feel like having the audacity to be brave is like the biggest thing that I ever recommend anyone to do or embody. It's just, you gotta be brave. It's very scary to be like, oh, I'm gonna do this and have no one approve of it. If you're watching this stream and you're like considering what I'm doing and thinking about it, just a reminder, no one is making me do this. No one is giving me any like help. No one is helping me. I know you're supporting, but like no one is helping me. Like, we're just coming up with the shit. Like, so if you want to like do some ideas, something for the world, do not wait for permission. Do not wait for it. No one's gonna give it to you, especially when it comes to like creative new ideas. So give yourself your own permission. Be audacious, just like the white men in our society that are destroying our earth. Be the audacious white man in your own life. But I don't want to be a white man. I just want the audacious part. Okay, let us be clear. And be okay to be a bit cuckoo in the head. Because if I was normal, I would be like, oh yeah, capitalism works. But you know what? That's actually killing us. So no thank you. No thanks. I don't want to be normal. Normal never existed when we're burning through our resources. Alright, we've established the horrors. We have established the horrors of our reality that we are very, very much aware of. You're welcome. Okay, so when should we mention the child labor? When should we talk about the real stuff? Child labor. Dude, I lost 2 watchers when I talked about late stage capitalism and standing up for yourself. You know what? I think they were white men. It's fine. I do be having a lot of CEOs watching my shit. I do not need the CEOs. I need the everyday person to be watching my stuff. Thank you. Thank you for leaving. How do I hide my YouTube views? Okay, that's hid. I do not need to see that. Okay. If you approve or disapprove of the message, that's completely fine with me. Alright. Where do we do the child labor situation? Maybe we should do that after the general one, so that would be page 5. So we do that here. Child labor. That is something that we will have to be careful on, because that can be a bit of a trigger. Okay. There was no other images associated with this, but but they're often forced to do it to survive. Forced to do so because of circumstances. They lie about their age to be able to work. Lie about age. We talk about they must be supported to go to school systemically, but that's often out of their control because of generations of cycles of poverty. Because if the parents are not paid enough, how are they going to go to school? So we need to pay the parents enough to break the cycle. Cycles of poverty needs to be broken by giving fair wages to foster opportunities. Wow, big fancy words. All right. What else should we do? I really like that artistic perspective, but it seems like... Who's the artist? You didn't even mention that. I want more stuff from them. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see who made this drawing. Ava Wilson. No, that's the writer, no? Or did she actually draw that? If she drew that, can I recruit her? It seems like it was her. Unless she didn't credit the illustrator. Okay, we'll just note her down. There's so many images to work with. I didn't know I was gonna get so thrown off with all the options, but there's so many issues that we can cover. Dude, this one would be too much. That one would be a lot. That one would be too off-putting. I don't see any other good ones. I feel like we're on a good start. I think now I have to look into specifics. Like, who should our targets be in terms of brands? Shein. That was perfect timing. Shein is kind of horrible. The Shein horrors, we can target them, but there's not going to be a Shein store in the mall. So I could create a list of brands that are in my local mall that I can target. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up off screen because I don't want that to be public. Okay. Directory. Let's go to this. I think it should be in the first couple pages. So page 7, naming all the brands that are part of the issue could be actually really beneficial since we're going to be doing a case study of one of them in specific. So brands that are fast fashion list. All right. We're going to do, let's see, American Eagle. Okay. What about Aeropostale? Do I want to go to Aeropostale and try their stuff out? I don't want to go to Aeropostale. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine me in Aeropostale? I haven't been in Aeropostale in such a long time. That would be funny though. I'm sure they've been complicit. The children's place? I wouldn't be able to try anything on there. I can pretend to have a kid, but to go in the fitting room by myself at the children's place would be weird. The buckle, I haven't really heard of issues with buckle, but that sounds kind of sus. We're gonna write that down. There's not a lot of, oh, H&M. Yes, H&M. That is definitely one we have to cover. I may do the case study example on H&M since most people are aware of H&M. And a lot, oh my god, sorry. A lot of people that shop there may be misinformed. So that could be a good audience. But the last time I went to H&M, they were just selling like random corporate clothing. It was so weird. I think they're trying to break into the luxury world. I'm not sure about JCPenney, but we'll write them down. I'll do some more research on them. JCPenney. Hot Rags, I'm not too familiar with. I don't think so. I'm not gonna include Hot Rags. I don't think a lot of people have heard of them. Let's see. If you guys don't like my formatting, yeah, me neither. Me neither, but we're gonna work with it. And what else? Offline, we got pink. Oh my god, do I want to go to Victoria's Secret? I'm not gonna go into Victoria's Secret. I'm sorry. That would make me uncomfortable. I would end the stream there. Rue 21. I think that's fast fashion. This is actually good research for me. I think it's fast fashion, I'm assuming. Okay, actually that's all the stores? No. Dude, what? I don't have a lot of options. So we're going most definitely to H&M for sure. That's gonna be our main target. We're gonna go to JCPenney, I believe. Yes. And then it would be funny to go to Aeropostale. And then Rue 21, I'm pretty sure it's fast fashion. Let's look up Aeropostale fast fashion on YouTube, see what pops up. I'm pretty sure they're part of the problem too. It's just I don't really hear much. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna jump off the stream because I can't even talk. It's been a day. I'm assuming they are part of the problem. Aeropostale. Fast fashion. Let's see. Does anyone actually shop there anymore? Who shops at Aeropostale? Okay, let's see. Alright, let's look. Nothing is showing. Aeropostale focuses on fashion-conscious girls. No, don't tell me there's a Hello Kitty collaboration in Aeropostale. No! No, it's so cute though. Bro. Oh no, I don't like that they're having a collaboration with Hello Kitty. Are they freaking fast fashion? Nothing is showing up on YouTube. So I'm gonna pioneer the illumination that Aeropostale's fast fashion. They are fast fashion, I'm pretty sure. Just I need something to back it up. Okay, let's go to good on you. So Aeropostale is not taking adequate steps to eliminate hazardous chemicals in its supply chain. Interesting. Interesting. That is not good news. The rated not good enough. Aeropostale sustainability ratings: planet 1 out of 5. People 1 out of 5. Animals 2 out of 5. So not good enough. They're owned by Authentic Brands Group. Our planet rating evaluates brands based on the environmental policies and their supply chains, from carbon emissions and wastewater to business models and product circularity. Here we rate Aeropostale very poor. There are a few factors. It follows a unsustainable fast fashion model due to its consistently low price points and quick release of trend-led styles. It uses few lower impact materials, and it does not publish an aggregate breakdown of materials used. There is no evidence it's taken any action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in its supply chain. There is no evidence it takes action to minimize its packaging, which is a driver of plastic waste. It claims to use a leather working group certified tanneries, but doesn't specify details about its certification. So one thing that I'm getting from this resource is that I should probably include custom zines. So you know how we had the idea of doing case studies? I feel like I'm gonna do the same sort of layout, but like adapt this page to be for the brand. So I'm gonna include all this sort of information for the case study, so people are aware of like a certified analysis by professionals, so they're like, oh wow, it's actually really bad based on what they said, and this isn't just like a bunch of like image and gibberish. So that is a good resource. And so every time I go to a brand and I try stuff on, quote unquote try stuff on, I'll have specific zines for Aeropostale, H&M, JCPenney, and probably Rue 21. I think I'm going to take Buckle out because I don't know about Buckle. I haven't heard of Buckle. It's like a Montana-ish store. Have you guys seen or heard about Buckle? I don't think a lot of people are aware of it. I've never been in. It looks more like luxury items. I may be wrong. Buckle, fast fashion. Let's see what comes up. If something comes up and there's issues, I'll include it. Brands breakdown. Buckle. This is by Buckle, by the way. So they're only gonna say nice things, but it's giving Montana cowboy, and that kind of gives me trauma, to be totally honest. Montana was not a fun time for me. Oh, my ear.
Hi, and welcome to Behind the Seams. I'm Megan.
And I'm Mackenzie, and we're buyers and designers at Buckle.
Now we're here today to talk to you about one of our favorite brands, Depart West. Now we love all of our private label brands, but specifically transitioning into those fall months, we really love Depart West. When you think Depart West, think unique, comfortable, and of course stylish. I'm gonna walk you through what we're most excited about going into our fall assortment. Starting with your basic layering pieces, we're gonna have a mix of crew necks as well as V-necks, and the color palette is all gonna align with the colors that the buyers have chosen for the season. Next up, we have our graphic prints. Now our graphic prints really encompass what the brand is all about. So our brand with Depart West is more about the outdoor enthusiast who likes to really get out and have an adventure, and kind of goes more towards what's trending at the moment. So right now we're having a big Western trend.
Trends. This is alluding that they are indeed fast fashion.
So with that, we're gonna encompass a little more of, we have a few hunting graphics, as well as our Western trend graphics. And lastly, our scenic graphics, which this is really what kind of started the brand and what we continue to grow on. Next up, we're gonna have some of our mid to heavyweight options in fleece. Representing our southwestern trend that's currently happening, we're gonna have some of our quarter zips with the quilted top. And then lastly, we have our polar fleece. So whenever you think cozy and comfortable, this is the one you're gonna want to cuddle up with. All right, and next up we have maybe one of my favorite categories, wovens. So the variety of different weights, everything from light to mid to heavy. And our final layering piece is our outerwear. So with our outerwear, one of the big hits that we have in Depart West is this wash cotton style. We will have this represented in a variety of different colors as the season continues to go. And then another polar fleece shacket. So with the shacket, if you guys aren't aware what this is, a shacket is a shirt and a jacket combined. So the difference with the shacket is that it is gonna have a Sherpa lining or a poly lining, something to really kind of trap in the warmth and make that an extra.
All right, okay, I have been sold enough on their stuff. What does Buckle say about them? Let's look at Buckle. Buckle. Let's see. Uh-oh. Not good enough. You know what that means. Buckle, you're on the freaking list. You're gonna give me trauma. But you are on the freaking list. Not good enough. Yep, you're on the list, buddy. You're on the list. Planet, 1 out of 5. People, 2 out of 5. Animals, 2 out of 5. Our Planet rating evaluates brands based on the environmental policies and their supply chain, from carbon emissions and wastewater to business models and product circularity. Here we rate Buckle very poor. These are a few factors why. It uses few lower impact materials. It does not publish any aggregate breakdowns of materials used. There's no evidence it's taking any action to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in its supply chain. There's no evidence it takes action to minimize its packaging, which is a driver of plastic waste. There's no evidence it minimizes textile waste in its supply chain. And there's no evidence it's taking meaningful action to reduce or eliminate hazardous chemicals in its manufacturing. For worker rights, it doesn't disclose where its final production stage occurs. There's no evidence it provides financial security to its suppliers, which can result in poor working conditions and wages. There's no evidence it supports diversity and inclusion in its supply chain. The brand claims to audit some of its supply chain, but doesn't specify what percentage. There's no evidence that ensures workers are paid a living wage in its supply chain. During the height of COVID, it did not disclose adequate policies or safeguards to protect workers in its supply chain from the virus. Buckle, you on the freaking list. All right. What about H&M? Dude, they're like literally evil. They're gonna be bad. They're gonna be like horrible. Let's look them up either ways. It's a start. What? It's a start. Nah, they're evil. Planet, 3 out of 5. People, 3 out of 5. Animals, 3 out of 5. Bruh, no. That's too good. That's too good of a rating. They're so sus, bruh. They need so much work. Look, the list is so long. They don't have a formal policy aligned with the 5 domains of animal welfare. Some of its final stages of making the clothing is located in low-risk countries. In low-risk countries or certified facilities. Wait, what? Some of its final stages is located in low-risk countries or certified facilities. However, it does not publish an aggregate breakdown of suppliers. So, like, they're saying, oh, they're kind of good, or they're probably a good brand, because they're just in a country that's at low risk of having a sweatshop. That's not good enough. Knowing them, they're scheming. So they're definitely on the list. Okay, Rue 21. Let's look at what Rue 21 is rated. Oh, they're not on here. What? Rue 21 may be the underdog. I swear to God, Rue 21 is fast fashion. I will have to do more research on Rue 21. Hello? What? No one is explicitly talking about that brand. Guys, don't break my little heart. This is why we're so misinformed. We look up something on Google or YouTube and there's nothing showing up. Rue 21's fast fashion model enhanced via action learning? Or what is this? Bruh, not gatekept under a freaking paywall. Why Rue 21 unraveled? Huh? Is it bankrupt? I'm going to a bankrupt store. Dude, it did bankrupt. Where did you freaking make your stuff at? Where's your stuff at? You know what? We're gonna keep it as a fast fashion brand. It's just it's a smaller one. If I can't find anything, I'm just gonna assume it's fast fashion. Bad logic, but I mean, why wouldn't it be fast fashion given how every other brand operates? Women's Wear Daily, Rue 21's fast fashion model enhanced via action learning. Yeah, it's definitely fast fashion. Okay. I want to read this article. Does Yahoo have it for free? Yahoo? If you want free articles, just attach Yahoo at the end of it and maybe something will come up. Yep, it's right there. It's right there. Hello?
Fast fashion retailer Rue 21 said today that it has employed the University of Liverpool's action learning methodology to drive growth while fully adopting First Insight's predictive analytics technology. Initially, the company began working with First Insight Incorporated for the implementation of consumer-driven predictive analytics for design, buying, planning, and pricing decisions, according to the firm. After 3 months of effective change, Rue 21 applied action learning with executives, merchandising teams, and planning and inventory teams, eventually adopting the full solution. Action learning, described as an experience-based and action-oriented approach to organizational learning, is used for streamlining and democratizing collaboration across organizations. Mark Crystal, Chief Analytics Officer at Rue 21, and a graduate of the University of Liverpool's doctorate in business administration program, said he incorporated the action learning process while studying at the university. First Insight's solution enables Rue 21 to evaluate a greater number of products and reflect direct consumer input in their buying decisions, the company said. Through its customer-centric merchandising platform that relies on predictive analytics and machine learning models to scout optimal product suggestions and opportunities. Key factors analyzed include real-time preference, pricing, and sentiment data on potential product offerings, which are gathered by online social engagement tools. Crystal said, too often organizations take a top-down approach when trying to integrate new solutions into the company. Action learning empowered the merchandising team at Rue 21 and has given a voice to every individual, no matter the level. Organizational adoption of the First Insight technology and its incorporation into our business processes has been instrumental in improving our business performance. We have already seen margin improvements of up to 600 basis points on the products we have processed through the First Insight platform. Action learning's process creates a multiplier effect between the individual and organizational learning, according to Claire Rigg, Senior Lecturer, Director of Studies, and Doctorate in Business Administration at the University of Liverpool. I've found that learning derives from taking action and asking insightful questions about urgent problems or enticing opportunities. Rigg added, action learning combines action and feedback, asking fresh questions and learning from and with peers, and said, I commend Rue 21 on their successful use of the approach and am excited about the results they are already seeing. For more business news from WWDC.
They definitely fast fashion. They definitely fast fashion, and we're gonna save this freaking article Because they are not up to no good. No, oh, not up to any good. Comment this. This is a link. Okay. Jesse Penny, they're... Oh, I wonder if they're on the Good On You thing. Where'd they go? Guys, I'm gonna jump off in a second. I am freaking exhausted. I cannot begin to tell you how exhausted I am. I feel like I'm delirious. I'm like going like this. My head feels like it's spinning. So, if you're watching this, my god, you guys are freaking amazing and appreciate you guys. You guys are just super freaking locked in. Super freaking locked in, and hopefully you're having so much fun. I am having the nerdiest time ever. And when we do that IRL stream and this comes together, I just genuinely wish that this awakens people's brain to the situation that people are going through. Like, everyone in the global south may have felt the evil impact of the fashion industry, but us as like the privileged consumer in the global north, aka the United States or like Europe or anywhere else that has power or control or corrosion over other countries, have only ever benefited from the situations and are not aware of the horrors. So I just want to illuminate what's going on, and hopefully this is essentially a positive impact so people can like just stop and think and reflect and be aware of what's going on. So I want this to be their start. I want to start people on their journey, and I don't see myself getting any credit for it. I don't see myself attaching my name to it because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know if I should include like a petition at the end or something to like incentivize them to take further action, lead them somewhere else. I don't know. It's just I don't want to put my name on it. So at the end of the day, I'm not even going to know the impact I have through my work, through this job, through my efforts. But if you watch my streams, that will be enough for me to take credit for what I'm doing. If they somehow find me online, that's great. It's just I want this to be the start of their journey. And I have to reach them where they're at. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. This is my niche little corner. And I just really want people to care about the workers, about the planet, about what's going on. And if I have to do it through like weirdness and like a zine, I'll do it. I have to meet people where they're at, quite literally, which is the fitting room. It is sadly the fitting room. I cannot expect them to Google sustainable fashion. I cannot expect them to like search garment worker rights anywhere. I need to push it in their face, whether they like it or not. I think it's needed that they're confronted with the situations, whether they like it or not. I am doing them a service so that they're no longer complicit in the horrors. And if they continue to be part of the horrors, that was now a conscious decision. And that they will have to live with their own morality, their own decisions at that point. But hey, don't we all? Don't we all have to sit with ourselves? Anyways, what was I doing? Guys, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Well, okay, petition maybe, question mark. Oh, I was gonna look up something. Jesse Penny. See? I can sometimes remember. Where is it? Guys. Where's this freaking search bar? Where's this search bar? Hello? I don't want the freaking app. How do I go to the search bar? I was on the search bar. I'm just gonna do this. Jesse Penny, okay. Bruh, not good enough. Jesus Christ. They all suck. They all suck freaking butt. I'm gonna put my music back on. People, 2 out of 5. Planet, 2 out of 5. Animals, 3 out of 5. Well, am I not surprised? They all need to give us more information. There's no evidence, no evidence, no evidence. No evidence on taking meaningful action to reduce its climate impacts. No evidence it's taking actions to protect biodiversity. No evidence it provides financial security to its suppliers. No evidence it supports diversity and inclusion in its supply chain. No evidence it ensures workers are paid living wages in the supply chain. No evidence it has any animal welfare policy. Excuse me, the freak. I'm Mexican. And I'm smart. See, that's why I'm messing up, because I'm so freaking smart because I'm Mexican. It appears they use leather, exotic animal hair, and wool. Nice. And by nice, I mean they suck. Okay, they're definitely staying on the list. I kind of look-key want to look at more pictures. My pretty music. It's coming back. Fast fashion horrors. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna traumatize these poor consumers. Ha 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 ha. Hoas? The Hoas? Illustration. Scary facts about fast fashion. About fast fashion. Oh, you know what? Pinterest has a lot. I have a whole thing saved of Pinterest on Pinterest. Let's see. Where is it? Bro, I have so many freaking boards on Pinterest. I'm like a Pinterest hoe. Where is it? Fast fashion stuff. These are all my boards. Hello, where is it? Where is thou? Where is thou? Fast fashion. Ethical? No. Fashion. I don't see it. Search your pins. Let me see. There it is. Fuck fast fashion. Ha ha ha. Oh, what about this one? This one is a lot. This would be a lot to handle. I'm gonna consider it for the child labor one. I've been streaming for an hour and 19 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna jump off in like 15 minutes and 10 minutes. No, 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, guys. Thank you for thanks for joining in. It's very peaceful vibes. Very peaceful vibes. Okay. Oh, this one's funny. Save up to 100% when you don't buy anything. Sale. I like this one. Can it just be a hodgepodge of like randomness? I'm gonna say it's an ad break, and then it's just that image. That's kind of devious. Ad break. Your ad is to not buy anything. Okay. Very fun. And then there's some other things as well. Oh, look, their hands. So the indigo dyers, their hands are stained. I think this will be a very jarring image, especially if I'm like doing pants I can do pants. Do the indigo dye. Yeah, that will be jarring. Okay, I like that. We're gonna traumatize the heck out of these people. Alright. And then I like the close-up of the hands as well. This one. That one's jarring. Look at this. Can you just take a second to look at that? That is the impact of not wearing gloves and constantly dyeing jeans without any protection. That must hurt them. That must hurt their hands a lot. Their hands ache. The chemicals are within them. Oh my goodness. That bothers me so much. Poor people. They don't deserve this. Why did it go to page 10? Hello? Oh, I think I just copied this one wrong. Yeah, there we go. That is still on page 7. We're up to no good. This one as well. Maybe it can be like a collage scene. Just a bunch of pictures and visuals. I like that. Look at this one. This one is also very jarring. Poor child. Hello? Paste. A child in midst of the landfill waste. We can put that one for this one down here. What is happening in the world, bruh? What is happening? Is it worth being a material girl or a material world who made my clothes? You know what? We're just gonna traumatize them. That's fine. I don't want to die for fashion. You know what? We're going all in. Let's just give them the reality of the situation. Let's not coddle the coddled. let us just be honest. At this point, y'all gotta get blasted with information. Y'all are not ready. Maybe I should just use this one. I should just ask her. This one seems very friendly compared to what I'm doing. But it's more like simple, you know what I mean? It doesn't show the horrors. I want to show the reality. Why hide behind cute pictures when you can show the real lifeness of it all? I like this. I like real life. But also like some sort of like cartoonish sort of relief in there. See? Like cartoon here, but then like it's real life. But then it's kind of cartoonish again. You know, I want to get the realness in there. This is cutesy. It's just, too cute. Now that I think about it, I want to show the horrors explicitly. In reality. Like this. A poor child. I think you will really honestly get the message if you get to see it yourself. I'm not going to coddle. I've made my decision. We're not coddling these mofo consumers. My fellow neighbors, I will not coddle you. You do not deserve that. You deserve the truth. Alright. Where do I put this? Child labor. If you're not aware, you should deserve the truth. Honesty is the best thing I recommend in all cases. Honesty. Okay. Alright. What else? Why is there lettuce on her face? Okay. Garment workers. We need their images as well. I'm still here, guys. I'm just tired. Don't worry. The internet is still working. I am still here. I am still here. Okay, I think that's a good start, guys. I really appreciate the time that you spent with me. Oh, I should put my music back on. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna cut the stream off. But I think I did everything that I needed to do today. There's enough there. Let me save some stuff, dude. I just kind of impulsively said I was gonna jump off. Let me save this PDF. Gonna comment it down here. Did I get a heart on YouTube? Thank you so much. What the heck? Thanks for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was very peaceful but diabolical stream. But that's just my vibe. I'm gonna keep working on this. So this is gonna be an ongoing series. Can you hear me over the freaking music? Damn it. Okay. Production, please. Production. Okay, I'm gonna save the Instagram post. Dude, what the heck? We did a lot. So we laid it all out. You have a basis to work out of. I think it's going to be more of a collage zine with some like key informative words. So yes, a lot of progress, guys. I'm going to have so much fun going to the mall. We're going to hit up Aeropostale, H&M, JCPenney, Route 21, and Buckle. Ha ha ha. Hee 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 hee. So yeah. That is the work for today. I'm gonna be live on Friday. I think I'm gonna do some sewing, but if I go live on Sunday as well, I could do gaming on one of those nights. So I just kind of feel like gaming on Friday, and then I sew maybe on Sunday, or vice versa, or I game for both Friday and Sunday. I'll figure it out. I still haven't figured it out, but honestly, I feel accomplished. You guys are seeing the process, you'll see the result if you keep joining in. And if you have any ideas, let me know. Let me know. I am down to be a menace with you. And it's a lovely freaking Wednesday. So I hope you guys take care and be good. Be good out there. Stay safe. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I need a nap. Okay, bye guys. Take care. See you later. Why did someone just jump in when I'm saying bye? This view count is messing with my head. Who the freak just jumped in? You know what? I was saying goodbye, so I'll just say goodbye again. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Have a beautiful freaking Wednesday, and I'll see you Friday, not Thursday. I'm gonna walk in a beautiful park on Thursday. Enjoy the sun. Why is there another fucking person joining this stream? I'm saying bye. Where were you guys? Where was this energy in the entire freaking stream? I have someone giving me hearts on YouTube as well. Where the hell was this energy the entire time? You guys were just watching me. I have like the most introverted chat on both YouTube and Twitch, and I kind of love it. And y'all just show up when I say bye. It's okay. I'm just being funny. I was saying to have a beautiful Wednesday before I got angry at you guys. But I'm not really that angry. I'm not angry. I am chill. I'm tired. I'm so tired. But thank you so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. I hope you get through the freaking week. And be strong out there, soldiers and women. I'll see you guys. Bye. Bye, guys. Good night. Oh my god, the hearts. Thank you, whoever is hearting this freaking stream. I don't know who you is, but I appreciate it. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Adios. I look like a mess, but it's fine. Bye. Bye-bye.